Now, dear students, we will learn about the character functions we can use in the Arduino. As you know that all data is entered into computer as character, which includes letter, digits, and various special symbols. So today we will be discussing about the character functions. Actually, these character functions are used when you want to manipulate to identify the character that is entered from the keyboard, or any string you want to identify and manipulate that string. So these character functions are very helpful. So one by one we are going to discuss different character functions and are going to understand those character functions with the help of examples. So first of all, let's write over here serial dot begin, and let's write over here 9600. So I am doing this because the result of the character functions, the result that the character function has generated, we can see that over the serial monitor over here. This white space is actually the serial monitor. So the first character function we are going to study, let's write over here 1. The first character function we are going to study is the isdigit function. So in the isdigit function, when we write any parameter, the parameter returned to every character function should be as a character. So over here you can say that parameter is of character data type. As we have already studied in the previous videos that what are different types of data types. So the function we are going to study is the isdigit function, and in this function we have to pass character. Let's say if I am going to write any character, let's say I write over here A. Actually it's a isdigit function, so let's write over here 7. Now what will happen that the parameter that we have passed, if it is a digit, this isdigit function will return a value of 1, and if the parameter that we have passed is not a digit, it will return a value of 0. So over here for checking that whatever value we have passed, we can add this in an if statement, like if over here, then this, then in the braces you can write that serial dot print, and you can write if isdigit will return 1, then if statement will be executed and it will print on the serial monitor true, and else what it should print, it should print false. So let's write over here print line. Now let's save the project. Now what this code will do, that if isdigit, then it will check if the parameter that we have passed is a digit, then this function will return true or a 1 value. If it will return 1, then true will be printed on the serial monitor, and if it returns false, or this isdigit 7 returns a value of 0, then this function if statement will not be executed, but else statement will be executed. So let's run the simulation and let's see our result. You can see it's true because 7 is a digit. And let's change the parameter and see what happens. Let's say if I write over here character A, and let's save this and let's run the simulation. Now it says it's false. So isdigit function will check that the parameter that is passed is a digit or any other value other than the digit. So in this way the isdigit function will operate. So the next function we are going to study is the isalpha function. So first of all, let me remove this. We have studied the isdigit function. Now we are going to study the isalpha. First of all, the second thing we are going to study is the isalpha function. This isalpha function returns 1 if the parameter is a letter, and it will turn 0 if an other parameter has been passed into this function. So over here in this isalpha, the parameter that we will pass is should have a character data type. As we are studying the character data type function. So similarly, as we have done in the case of isdigit, so let's write if isalpha, and in the isalpha we will pass character, and if it is true it will print serial dot print line. If this is, it will print true, else it will print false. So how we can check that? If isalpha, let's write a alphabet that should be like A, B, C, and these are all the alphabets. So let's write over here A, and let's save this. Let's stop the simulation. Let's run the simulation. Now it says that it's true because alpha A, the parameter A we have passed is an alphabet. So let's change the parameter, and let's say if I write over here hash, what result it will give to us. You can see that it's false. So isalpha function is used to identify the letters in any string, or the to check that either the keyboard entered which type of letter. So isalpha is just to check that the parameter that is passed is a letter or any other value. The next function we are going to now study is the third function we are going to study is the isalnum function. In this function, similarly, we will pass the parameter that is of character data type. This isalnum function will return 1 if the parameter passed is a digit or a letter, and it will give the result 0 on all other cases. So let's change the function over here isalnum. So in isalnum function, let's say we have passed this hash, and let's save this. Let's stop this. Let's run the simulation again. It says it's false because hash is neither a digit nor a letter. So let's stop. Let's change this to an alphabet, and let's save this. Let's run the simulation again. Now it says it's true because isalnum function identifies the parameter A passed is a letter. So let's check it for the digit. Let's say if I entered 9, and let's save this. Let's run the simulation. It will again say that it's true, because isAlnum function checks that the parameter that is passed is a digit or a letter. If it's a digit or a letter, it will return 1 and it will return 0 in all other cases. So let's move towards the fourth function. The fourth function is that is with the name isxdigit, and similarly the parameter that we will pass to this function is of character data type. So over here we will change this isxdigit. So isxdigit return 1 if the parameter passed to this function is a hexadecimal digit character, and it will return 0 in all other cases. So in hexadecimal, as you know that the hexadecimal starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then A, B, C, D, E, F. All these, if we have, we will enter these in this the parameter, and will enter all these value from 0 to F of the hexadecimal. This isxdigit will return the value of true and will return 0 in all other cases. Let's stop this. Let's save this. Let's run the simulation. As we have entered 9 in X, it will say true. Let's say if we enter G over here, let's save this. Let's run the simulation. It says it's false because G is not a hexadecimal number. So let's stop, and let's say if I enter F, let's save. Let's run the simulation again. Now you can say that see that it's true. So isxdigit will check if the parameter, the character that is passed to this function is a hexadecimal digit. It will return 1 if it's a hexadecimal digit, and it will return 0 if it's not a hexadecimal digit.